the Pioneer viewers, how are you doing? I hope you're healthy and well. As the Pioneer team, we continue to bring you reports on Russia-Ukraine war. Where were we? Yes, the cross-border operation by the Free Russian Legion and the Russian Volunteer Corps. Russia is being shaken in a big way. The fact that Vladimir Putin, the president of the Russian Federation, has still not found any solution to this issue is disturbing the Russian people. In the other operation that has been going on for about a week, the Russian army has still not reached a conclusion, and the Belgorod region is largely still under the control of the Russian Volunteer Corps and the Free Russian Legion. In the past few days, the Legion made new statements and shared the latest situation in the region with the public. According to statements from the Legion is still in Belgorod Oblast and continues its operations in a very large area. In addition, the Legion brought up another very striking claim. According to the statements made by the Legion, members of the Free Russian Legion and the Russian Volunteer Corps captured a Russian administrative building in Belgrade and they confiscated the materials there. So what is the latest situation in the region? Let's take a look at developments together. As the Pioneer team, we continue to bring you developments regarding Russia-Ukraine war. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our daily reports. You can also support me and my team by using the super thanks button below the videos. And let's start if you are ready, the Pioneer reports. So, the war between Russia and Ukraine continues to occupy the world agenda. What is happening on the front lines and what is happening behind the front lines clearly shows how chaotic the situation in the region is. Belgorod, which we have mentioned frequently in our reports in recent days, is still fresh, and the latest reports from many sources are mostly about Belgorod. So I saw that it's almost impossible to get reports from main front line, and the Russian army has been stunned by the sudden offensives launched by the Free Russian Legion. It was also claimed that the Russian army regained control at some points, and however, some images coming from the region and the statements of the Free Russian Legion refused these claims. Belgorod is located on the northwestern borders of Ukraine, and we know that the Free Russian Legion and the affiliated units are advancing in the Belgorod Oblast. In recent days, members of the Legion issued a statement. This statement reads as follows. We have captured the administrative center of the Gorkovsky district. The Putin regime, which calls us Ukrainians, have still not done anything. And we're here. We are Russian citizens who want a free Russia, and we will continue to advance and liberate the Belgorod region from the Putin regime, and we appeal to our people, support our struggle, and it is not difficult to get rid of Putin and dictatorship he has established. We can only achieve this if we fight together. Well, judging by the Legion's statements, it seems that the Russian army still have a problem in Belgorod Oblast, and we have reported on this issue in previous reports. The Free Russian Legion launched an operation at the beginning of the summer of last year and managed to destroy Russian troops in Belgorod Oblast over a large area. The Russian administration had stated that measures would be taken to prevent these events from happening again and that security on the border would be increased. It seems that these statements of the Russian administration were only made to calm the public because the Legion has re-entered Belgorod less than a year after the last attack and has managed to hold on in the region despite all the efforts of the Russian army. So another issue is the Chechens. As I've mentioned, the Russian government have announced that the measures will be taken to protect this region, and these measures were only to ensure that border security would now be provided by Chechen troops. It seems that these measures did not work either. Moreover, as I've mentioned in our previous reports, a unit of Chechen volunteers is now fighting in Belgorod as a part of Free Russian Legion. So, speaking of Chechens, let's talk about their situation. According to reports, both Chechen troops and Chechen volunteers in the ongoing operation within the borders of the Russian Federation fought together with members of the Free Russian Legion to capture the village and the local administrative building. In fact, Chechen volunteers, who also published a photo from the region, are seen in the same frame with the Free Russian Legion. The most important detail in this image is that the signboard of the captured village is in the hands of the soldiers, and Russia has lost one of its most important weapons in this way. It is likely that Chechen soldiers serving as border guards will also be confused when they see Chechen soldiers fighting for Ukraine and will support the position of switching sides. This has been the case in many wars in the world history, and this would pose a major problem for the Russian army, which is already unable to maintain order in the region. However, as I have mentioned, this is still a possibility, and there is no clear information on the subject yet. Well, Russian official sources remain silent about the latest situation in Gorkovsky. As I just have already mentioned, the Legion's operation is not limited to the Belgorod, and the Kursk Legion of the Russian Federation is also within the Legion's area of operation. Kursk Regional Governor Roman Starvoit, who made statements recently, said that Ukraine bombed military points on borders and did not mention the village of Gorkovsky. Another statement came from the Belgorod Regional Government, and the governor, Belgorod Regional Government Vyacheslav Gladkov, said that Ukraine attacked military positions in the vicinity of the village of Oktyabritsky, southwest of the city of Belgorod, but did not mention Gorkovsky. This confirms the Legion's claims about the situation on Gorkovsky line. Official Ukrainian sources are also following the events in the region. Lieutenant General Krylov Budanov of the Ukrainian military intelligence, who recently made statements about the situation in Belgorod, made the following statements about the ongoing Free Russian Legion operations in the region. The anti-Kremlin organizations are taking their own steps. They did not act on an order from us, and they are no longer just a group. They are a force. And the enemy is trying to ignore them and put blame on us. And it seems that this power has become a big drawback for the enemy. They fought in many of the hottest spots in Ukraine, and we will try to help them as much as we can. We can say that there is a common struggle to liberate both Russia and Ukraine from occupation, and Putin regime has occupied both Russia and Ukraine. The people have no enmity. The Ukrainian state had no enmity with the Russian state. However, the Putin regime builds its interest on enmity, and it will not succeed in this either. Well, it is clear that the Legion operation has caused a deep wound on Russia, and it is known how long these operations will continue. However, Russia has suffered a serious wound in just 1 week. So, what do you think? How long do you think the Free Russian Legion will continue to operation? Why was the Russian army unable to prevent these attacks? Do you think Russia has border security problems? Why do you think the Putin administration is silent about what happened in Belgorod? Let me know in the comments, because you know that I read and I care about all of your comments.